Tonight, Karrueche Tran, Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend, speaks out for the first time.
I think there are a lot of misconceptions about me.
What is it that you want me to know about the woman, Karrueche Tran, who was in relationship with CB?
The Iyanla exclusive.
There's no doubt in my mind that Chris loves me.
Hold the phone, Jesus.
How she found out he allegedly had a baby with another woman.
He betrayed you. He lied to you. He did it all publicly.
And the breakup that took social media by storm.
Have you spoken to him?
What really happened. And what she wants you to know.
Here comes a hard question.
Plus, what's next for Karrueche? The exclusive interview starts now.
Today I'm in Los Angeles to sit down with model Karrueche Tran, the ex-girlfriend of Chris Brown. For the past 4 years, their relationship has played out all over social media. Other women, a love triangle with his ex Rihanna, and most recently, the news that he is a father. Today, Karrueche wants her 3 million Instagram and Twitter followers and the world to hear her side of the story. Good morning, sunshine.
How are you?
How are you?
A pleasure.
Oh, wait, I'm stuck.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Good. Out here in warm Hollywood. I'm
it is
from
a nice warm day.
East Coast, so this is
Used
lovely.
to the cold, yeah.
Good. So how you
welcome.
doing? Thank you.
I'm good. Living life.
Yeah? Well, that's a
One
good
day
thing.
at a time.
Good. So what is your intention for us coming together?
I want my voice to be heard. For, a long time, I kept it very mute just because that's the way I preferred it. But I think there are a lot of misconceptions about me. I know there are. And I want to be able to clear it up and a chance to tell my story and tell my side.
Why does that matter?
Now that, I've chosen my career, which is acting and modeling, which is being, in the limelight, it's very important because one time I went to an audition and, I slated my name and the lady was like, "Oh, that name sounds really familiar. Oh, you're from, I've seen you on TMZ." And, her first perception of me might be of what she's heard.
How did you get on TMZ?
My relationship and the craziness that is, around me.
So are you clear that you are famous by association?
Yes.
In 2011, Karrueche began her tumultuous relationship with R&B star Chris Brown, who just 2 years earlier was charged with 2 felonies in the alleged beating of his then-girlfriend, Rihanna. Karrueche says her on-again, off-again relationship with Chris has landed her at the center of relentless personal attacks. Let me tell you why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here because for me, and when I heard that you wanted to talk, you are one of hundreds of thousands of young women who get into unhealthy relationships with young men. And they get betrayed, they get abandoned, they get their hearts broken. The reason your story is on TMZ because of who you were in the relationship with.
Okay.
But I think the pitfalls that you experience with your partner are the same experience by hundreds of thousands
everybody.
of young women. And they don't get to tell their story. So for me, the story's not the issue. You are the issue. So how did we get here? How did we get to this place where you and I are sitting on this sofa today because you feel a need to explain who you are as a result of who you've dated? How'd you get to him? How'd you get into the dating? How did you get?
Me and Chris first met on a styling job. At the time, about 5 years ago, I was a personal assistant to a business owner out here, and I was doing styling on the side.
So did you know who he was?
Oh, yeah.
So take me back to that first thought, because there had to be a way for you all to connect. So did he ask you for your number? Did you offer him your number?
Actually, I didn't directly give him my number. I gave him one of his dancers my phone number, and he got my number from him. So pretty much, yeah, he got my number.
So did he call you? Mm-hmm. Tell me what goes on in the mind of a 21-year-old assistant stylist in Los Angeles when Chris Breezy Brown calls her on the telephone.
Well, I mean, honestly, I didn't view it as, oh my God, Chris Brown's calling me. Of course, it was different, it was new, but it wasn't like, oh my God, girl, like, I just wasn't rubbed that way by him.
Let me get this. Chris Breezy Brown calls you on the phone.
Yes.
Hello? And what did he say?
Hey, what are you doing? What's up? Let's hang out tonight.
Wait a minute. Did you know who he was?
Of course.
How did you know who he was?
Well, he said,
I mean, when he called, he said, hey, this is Chris Brown.
This is CB.
CB.
Yeah.
And you knew who CB was?
Yeah.
And no thought, no excitement.
I mean, it's flattering, of course. But again, it wasn't. I've never dated celebrities. I've never been into like the whole hoopla of that. So it was just like, okay, this is fun. It's interesting. It's new.
Did you go out?
Yeah, we hung out.
Where does Chris frickin' Brown take you to eat?
We went. Well, it was like 2:30 in the morning.
So where'd you go?
Norm's. Yeah. We went to
And
Norm's.
what happens when you walk into Norm's with Chris Brown?
I mean, some people recognized him and probably asked for pictures or autograph.
No
but-
security?
Of course. Oh,
Okay.
he always has security. But at the end of the day, he's just a regular person.
Oh, no.
That's the way I see it.
No.
That's the way I see it.
If he was, you would not be sitting here with me. You can't delude yourself into thinking he's just a regular person. And maybe that's why you got into trouble. Because you weren't clear about really what you were sticking your foot in. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you call your good girlfriend and tell her? You didn't?
No, I mean, I had some friends with me who knew, but
You don't have a good girlfriend that keeps you sane and balanced?
yeah.
You didn't call your good girlfriend and tell her that you just had dinner at Norm's with the Breezy?
Not that I can remember.
Okay, so now tell me about date 2.
I know he visited me at work before.
But was he your friend in the beginning?
Yeah.
What was it about him that made you think he deserved that classification?
When I first met him, he was nice and charming, and I wanted to love him and to be a friend and to be different than everybody else, all these other girls who are going to sleep with him in a second, or girls who are going to go crazy, or people who are going to use him. I didn't want it to be that. I wanted to be different, and that's how it was in the beginning.
Classic mistake all young women make. He's going to be different with me than his history. He's going to treat me differently
No, I didn't
than he's
necessarily
treated
say
everybody else.
I didn't.
Did
I
you know
never
his
put that-
history?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay. So you did understand that there was a history. You did understand that this is a public person with a certain public reputation, a public way of moving, and still you...
I dated him.
Okay. Was there something you saw in him that, how can I say this? I call it the promise, the penis, or the pleasure. Or was it just the person?
The person.
Yeah.
I saw a different side of Chris that not everybody sees. And although he's done whatever he's done, or, he's a good-hearted person. He's a big kid with a big heart that's been through some things, and that's been damaged.
So what makes you think that everybody else don't see that? I saw some things that nobody else sees. What makes you think everybody else didn't see that?
I don't know. I know what I saw, and I know how I wanted to react and how I wanted to treat the relationship or treat him.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to love him because that's what he needs. Love.
How do you know what he needs?
I know what he needs. After 4 years, I know.
Well, what do you need? Because obviously, while you were taking care of his needs, he was not taking care of yours.
Yeah, and that's life, you know?
No,
And
that's another classic mistake that young women make, or women in general make, going into relationships. That we believe that we are strong enough and that it is our responsibility to heal a man's wounds and damage. When we don't even take care of our own wounds and damage. Let's
Right.
talk about yours.
Okay.
Because, see, I'm a strong believer in like draws like. So what is it about you, Karrueche Tran, that would draw a damaged man into your life? Do you feel embarrassed?
Most definitely, I am embarrassed.
Is there a part of you that still wants him? For 4 years, aspiring actress and model Karrueche Tran's on-again, off-again relationship with R&B star Chris Brown has played out in the public arena via social media.
Karrueche, what's cracking?
Karrueche has been caught in the middle of a love triangle between Chris and superstar Iyanla. And with each breakup, fans and followers blasted Karrueche for taking back the man who lied and betrayed her. And just 3.5 weeks ago, Karrueche discovered Chris is the alleged father of a 9-month-old child. Sadly, she found out through social media. I'm a strong believer in like draws like. So what is it about you, Karrueche Tran, that would draw a damaged man into your life? What is it about you?
I mean, maybe we both want love. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Did you ever ask him?
No, I mean, he's been asked what it is that he loves about me, and he said it's my heart and my positive nature, and he just loves being around me.
But he broke your heart.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
So he loves your heart, but he broke your heart.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. How did he break your heart?
From betrayal and lying
Yeah.
and cheating, it's a little bit of everything, you know?
You do know you're not alone. I really want you to get that, because for me, you're such a positive demonstration to the world. Because even though it was CB, you made some classic mistakes. Classic mistakes that young women make.
And I'm only human.
Yeah,
And
no,
so-
I'm not, no heat, no judgment on
Yeah.
it. But what I think is important for you to begin to do is to begin to identify what those mistakes were so that you don't do it again.
Right.
And as you standing up and saying, that was a mistake, God, who knew?
Right.
Who knew? Not only do you demonstrate to other women that it can be healed, but you get to heal yourself in the process.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a learning process for me as well.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're in the moment and when you're in it, when you're in love, things are not clear.
So when you look back at now that you spent 4 years of your very young life with a man that violated your being as a woman,
Yeah.
do you feel embarrassed?
100%. And that embarrassment is for the world to see. So most definitely, I am embarrassed.
Like, how could I let this
Yeah,
happen?
it's like, what was I thinking? How did I let certain things happen? But then again, I look at it and it's like, I'm human. And
Don't do that to yourself.
why?
Because to dismiss it like that, you miss the lesson. You've got to look deeper at it. Now, as an elder to a youngin',
Yeah.
as an elder to a youngin', you say you're an honest person. I want to ask you this question. Is there a part of you that still wants him?
I still love him.
Is there a part of you that still loves and wants the man
If
who
you say
betrayed
loves,
her?
yes.
Who betrayed her? That doesn't mean you go back to him.
No, not at all.
But is there part of you that still holds on to, it could be, I wish it was, I want it to be different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if things could change, if you know, I've tried to help him go to church, pray, yoga, meditate. If he were to change, we'd be in a better place. But that's the problem. Yes, he is damaged, but again, I'm damaged too. You know?
Right. Well, right there. So that's the piece of you. Not trying to get him to church and yoga.
But that's what I do. No, that's what I do. I go to church, I go to yoga, and because I do that and I feel like a much better person, then I'm like, okay, I want you to do this too so you can feel the same way.
But what if he doesn't want that?
We're done? We're gonna take 5.
Karrueche's manager was upset with the direction of the interview, so he interrupted us and threatened to shut it down. After a short break, Karrueche and I agreed to continue the interview. So, let me say this. There will be moments as we talk today that you may not like me. Because as the elder, I have a job and a responsibility to push you beyond your comfort zone. Now, what I won't do is hurt you. All right? And if you just trust
Okay.
and ask any question,
Okay.
stay in touch with what you're feeling. Because I get a sense that you're not always in touch with what you're feeling.
Sometimes I know I'm feeling something, but I can't necessarily identify it. I'll say I'm good, but really.
Did you have to do that at times in your relationship?
Act like I'm okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is it that you want me to know about the woman, Karrueche Tran, who was in relationship with CB?
I want you to know that she is a loving, caring person, and she's human. And I think that I'm very relatable. And
What does that mean?
the drama and the heartache and even down to the situation of your boyfriend going back to the ex, like
My boyfriend.
my boyfriend at the time,
Yes.
going back to the ex and having that, there's songs about it, and I think that's why people tuned in so much, is because they can relate and they understand.
Christmas Day 2012, Karrueche says she was staying at Chris Brown's condo when he told her he had somewhere to go. Hours later, photos of Chris at the Lakers game with his ex-girlfriend Rihanna were plastered all over social media, leaving Karrueche devastated. Did he tell you he was dealing with her?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
And did
know.
he tell her he was dealing with you? You don't know.
I don't know.
And when he told you he was dealing with her, you said okay?
Yes, because I was under the impression that it was a friend type of, not a friend, but it wasn't what it became to be.
Well, what was the truth you knew that you didn't tell?
I knew I didn't want to believe it. Or I didn't want to.
Yeah, wait a minute. I'll stay on that step for 1 minute. I'm going to repeat to you what you said. I knew, but I didn't want to believe it. Huge mistake. Huge. But you got to get that. Don't just zip past that.
Yeah.
I knew, but I didn't want to believe it because
I loved him.
I loved it.
I've never dated a celebrity. I've never been in the light in that way, so I didn't know what to expect.
Give me a couple of things that you learned from this that you know not to do again.
Well, one,
Yeah.
I have taken to social media to express my feelings at the time.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay.
I'm like trying to throw my phone as far as possible. Yeah, it's the worst thing to do.
Chris and Karrueche have played out the highs and lows of their relationship all over social media, inviting fans and haters to say whatever they want.
It's nobody's business but you and the person, or just you yourself. And that, again, allows everybody to, it leaves open space for everybody to say what they want and have an opinion.
Period. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly.
It opens the door to unwanted scrutiny, criticism, and opinion.
Yes.
So you learn that,
So
right?
I learned, yeah, I've learned the hard way. I've learned it a few times, but I've learned it the hard way.
But he betrayed you. He lied to you. He did it all publicly. Oh, I know.
Tell
About
me.
the mess that she's in right now. What did you know and when did you know? I wanted to get a better understanding of Karrueche's relationship outside of the limelight. So I talked to her girlfriend, singer, actress, Christina Milian. So Miss Karrueche
Yes.
tells me you are her best friend.
Yes, we were best friends. She's like my little sister.
You know, I have this saying that among women, you need the one person, that one good girlfriend in your life that's gonna tell you what it is when it's there.
When they're prepared.
What did you know and when did you know it?
I think the world has seen, everything that she's been through. I mean, that's when I knew. And I met her,
But you didn't know one-on-one girlfriend to girlfriend?
No, because you know what, honestly, I've always just been, I was always just focused on our friendship and just being the person that was set outside of what that, what the world sees and the gossip and all that stuff. Because
I'm not talking about the gossip. I'm talking about the fact that your best good girlfriend was involved with somebody that lied to her, betrayed her, broke her heart,
Haven't we all
disrespected. Yes, we have been. But you know what? My good girlfriend said to me, you need to leave that alone.
Well, I think we've all said something when we felt it was right, all her friends. Like, all her friends are family. And at the end of the day, I think with Karrueche, she really doesn't express herself, to everybody about what's going on.
I was reading in your interview that you did where you said that, for you, you're old-fashioned, traditional.
Very.
You wanted to get married, have children, and he didn't. No. When did you know that?
We've spoke about it, and I've known for maybe a year or so, and we've talked about having kids, and I've told him we need to get married first. Yeah, not even the fact that I don't need a ring, I need that commitment. Even to this day, even after everything that I've been through, that's how I want it to be. I want to find somebody and grow and build a foundation and build trust, get married, have kids, and the white picket fence and the green grass and the dog.
But when you heard from him that that's not what he wanted to do?
Yeah, I think that's just a maturity thing and it's his lifestyle,
So
and I think marriage scares a lot of men.
And what were you hoping for?
For us to grow together, and maybe one day we were gonna get married and have kids. We talked about starting a family, so.
But he betrayed you.
He did, yeah.
He lied to you.
Yeah.
He violated your trust. He humiliated you publicly. He did it all publicly. Yeah. So which part of you was willing to give him more time after all that he did?
Because I can wait. Aside from all the betrayal and all that, if we were to continue from here and he were to be good, I can wait some time for him to mature, I guess.
But he told you that's not what he wanted. Okay. When you got into, tell me what's going on. Remember, I told you, tell me what's going on. Come on, tell me what's going on.
I don't know.
No, tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what you're feeling. Forget about him. Let's get to you. Tell me what you're feeling right now. What is it? Close your eyes and just let it speak. Just close your eyes and let it speak.
It's just everything.
Okay.
It's all these emotions that I have.
Okay. Let's give him a name. Let's name him. I feel.
Hurt,
Yeah,
betrayed.
Yeah. Embarrassed.
But at the same time.
No. Let's stay with the feeling. You was getting ready to start thinking on me.
Okay.
I got to keep you in your heart. Because that's your power as a woman, Karrueche. Your heart. That's where your power is. So you feel hurt. I feel hurt because?
Because of what he's done.
No. Tell me. Let's be specific here. Let's lay it out. You said you want your voice heard.
Yeah.
Okay. Close your eyes. I feel hurt because?
Because he...
Let's put it this way so that we don't make it about him.
Okay.
We make it about you.
Yeah.
I feel hurt because the man I loved liked.
Because the man I loved hurt me and betrayed me.
Yeah, take a breath. Yeah, feel that. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah. I feel hurt because... Close your eyes. Because you keep thinking. I got to keep you from thinking.
I always feel like I let myself down.
Yes. Yeah. I know, baby.
I hate crying.
No, you don't. You don't hate crying. It's good for you. Have you ever cried on big bosoms? No. Come over here. Come over here. Put your head right here in this big bosom. Come on, scoot on over here. Come on, scoot on over here. Come on, scoot on over here. Yeah. Karrueche, we have all as women betrayed ourselves. Mm-hmm. We have. Mm-hmm. But we got to get clear about why we did it. Mm-hmm. Did you let yourself down?
Yeah.
Did you disappoint yourself? Yeah. Did you embarrass yourself? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And knowing that, Karrueche, and speaking it out loud begins your healing.
And that's a problem that I have is I don't know how to express.
But you just did.
But I know, but...
You just did.
You know.
Here's what I want you to know. Here's what I want you to know. Who you are is strong enough to bear your pain. I don't think you know that yet. I don't think you know that who you are is strong enough to bear your pain. It is. And that you can feel bad, Karrueche, and recover. Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that Chris loves me. I know he does.
Really? How did you find out that he had a baby by another woman? Karrueche tells me her relationship with Chris Brown is often misunderstood. She says people don't see the Chris Brown she sees when they're alone. I know, in the craziest of relationships, there are those moments when he's sweet, when he does things that
he's not always the guy that's on
No, of course
TV,
not.
You know? And,
of course not.
And I see both sides, and that's why it's like a battle. It's like, I see a sweet, loving side. Fun, makes me laugh. And, you know, it's not the Chris Brown that's on stage, you know?
What did you do in this relationship that you will never do again?
I will never again let a man disrespect me.
All right. I'll take it. The mistakes I know I've made are?
The mistakes I know I've made are not having a voice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Voice, and may I offer boundaries. What you will do, won't do, what is acceptable, what isn't acceptable, and a strong no.
Yeah, and knowing exactly what I want.
Did you sleep with him too fast?
I don't think so.
But now, looking back.
Not necessarily, no, because I made him wait a few months before. And like I said, women...
90 days?
No, I didn't do that rule. Maybe like a month and a half, 2 months. But compared to what he's used to, let's be honest...
But that's not who you were.
No, it's not, exactly. It's not who I am. I can count on my hand how many guys I've slept with in my life. I don't just, I swear to God.
Good thing. Well, I believe you. But...
yeah, it's not too many fingers on this hand, but I don't just give myself, oh, you're just Chris Brown, so I'm going to have sex with you, or you're hot. You know, I have to have, every guy that I've had sex with, I've dated or had a connection. So, you know, I don't think I should have waited any longer. I don't think that's a problem. I made it wait.
Just wondering. Let's go back for a moment to the part of you that still wants him. What do we need to understand about her? She was looking for love, and she thought she could get it from him because...
Because he did give me love. Maybe it wasn't the right love or the same level,
He loved you the way he knew how.
Right. And he's a product of his environment growing up.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that Chris loves me. I know he does.
Really? Okay, let's stop. Hold up. Hold up. Hold the phone, Jesus.
Yeah.
This is a man who now has a child. How did you find out that he had a baby by another woman that he's not married to?
Honestly, through social media. He wanted to talk in person.
How do you know?
Because he told me. Actually the moment that I found out, he was texting me and saying, I need to talk to you seriously in person. And then I get online and I see that.
Are you angry with the baby's mother?
No. I'm not that girl. I'm not like trying to call her, trying to cuss her out. My issue is with myself and with Chris. Not the baby, not the mother, not Rihanna, nobody. It's me and him.
Have you spoken to him?
Yes.
You have?
Well, he's said he's sorry. He's dropped flowers off and tried to, say sorry and be back in good graces.
What is he sorry for?
For everything. He's sorry for what he's put me through.
And how can he possibly make that up to you?
Now?
Yeah.
Oof. It ain't no making up right now.
Okay.
No, there's no making up right now.
Because you're strong?
It's I'm trying to be my strongest, and I understand, what he's put me through, and I'm fed up with
Not
it.
only what he put you through, this is hard, okay? I'm warning you so that you get it coming, okay? Not only what he put you through, but what you voluntarily participated in.
Yeah.
Because,
And it's also,
Karrueche, you could have said no at any moment.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely on me as well, and that's why I said I let myself down.
Yeah. Do you really ever think you'd go back to him?
No.
You don't know?
No, right now I'm saying no. The minute I say no, I don't want to take a picture, they're gonna be like, oh, she's a bitch.
What I want people to know about Chris Brown is What I want people to know about Chris Brown is
He makes mistakes, maybe a lot of them, but he's human just like I am.
do you hold him responsible for his behavior?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
I've never been in love like this before. I've never been cheated on previously to this. So this is that experience for me that's changed my life, and that's changed the way that I view things. And as tough as it was, I'm the type of person I look at the positive in it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I've hurt or cried or whatever, I've grown and I've learned, and it's helped me become who I am today.
So I'm going to go back to this question I asked you earlier. Fame by association. Let me ask you this. What have you learned about fame?
It's not what it's perceived to be. All that glitters is not gold.
Yeah.
And
Is it rough?
yeah, it is.
What about it is
I mean, there's nice times where, you work, you make money, you travel, you do this, blah, 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 you look nice, but then it's just tough dealing with, I walk outside, last week, every day I walked outside my house and there's paparazzi snapping. There's no privacy. And, I'm always being judged, whether it's good or bad, and that's a tough thing, It's, people will say, oh my gosh, crazy things. I've gotten, I hope you die. I hope you, and there's positive and there's negative, but
But once you
crazy.
invite it in, you've got to take it all.
Yeah.
Once you invite it in.
Yeah.
So I think you got the lesson to be very mindful about
same
where
thing.
you invite people into your life and how you invite them into your life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak to every stranger you see?
I do. Anytime,
Every stranger you see?
not every stranger that I see, but
Okay.
if people were to come up to me, hi, I'll say hi. If they ask for a picture, I'll take a picture.
And you might want to reconsider that.
Yeah. And that's also a thing where, like, the minute I say, no, I don't want to take a picture, they're going to be like, oh, she's a bitch.
Yeah, good. That's right. A broad in total control of herself. B-I-D-C-H. A broad in total control of herself. That's what it is. Yes, I am. And I get to control my image.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I have a right to say no. You have got to have a strong no.
I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I'm working on...
What did your mom teach you about relationships with men?
Honestly, we never really had that conversation. And maybe that's a missing key.
Hundreds of thousands of young women
Both the
are
same.
missing that conversation. I was missing that conversation.
Yeah.
See, I personally see, sense, feel, and I'm willing to be wrong, that you're a daddyless daughter. Meaning didn't have an ever-present, teaching, loving daddy in your early life.
My dad was in my life.
Consistently
No,
there.
yeah, it wasn't on a consistent basis. It was in and out.
Just like Chris.
Yeah, I guess you can say, yeah.
How many times did he say he was coming and didn't come?
Yeah, there's been a few of
Disappointed
those
you?
times. Yeah.
Just like Chris?
Exactly. Yeah.
Broke your heart?
Yeah.
Just like Chris? Daddyless daughters?
Yeah.
Meaning not that you didn't have a father,
Yeah.
but that consistent male, loving, governing presence. Because a little girl's first love is her dad. So if he's not there consistently and develop that relationship in a non-sexual way, then she's just kind of loose out in the world. I would really say that as a daddyless daughter, there's a break in here that broken men will walk into. Let's heal that breakup.
Dear God, please keep me strong.
It's okay. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. What's your vision for moving forward?
Work, career, focusing on myself. Now it's just, like I said, it's me time and just focusing on who I am and learning from my previous mistakes to the mistakes I make today. I'm not perfect. I'm still mess
A
up.
work in progress.
I am a work in progress.
Would you date another public figure?
Maybe. I'm not gonna lie, maybe, yeah. I'm not going to limit myself by status or money. It's here.
Okay.
And what I can deal with and what I will and won't deal with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Karrueche, what's your prayer for yourself?
Dear God, please keep me strong.
I'm gonna join that prayer.
Okay.
It's okay. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. Don't cut it off. Don't cut it off. Breathe through it. Just breathe through it. What is it? Do you know what it is? Do you know what is it?
Just to keep me strong
Yeah.
and keep my head up and to put my best foot forward and to love.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever situation I go through. You know, always love and be kind.
Yeah.
And stay strong and keep the faith. And lately I've been going to church. It's been great. And it's not because I'm going to church, just because I'm going through something.
Sometimes when we hit rock bottom, we realize God made the rock. And church is just a place we go to sit on the rock. You know? Can I tell you something? First of all, I want to thank you for your courage. This took a lot of courage. And I don't know who thought you didn't have the courage, but you do. I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
I want to encourage you to trust what you feel, Karrueche. That is your power as a woman, your heart. Give your heart to God and to yourself before you give it to another man. Please. What you have been through has left scar tissue on you. Don't act like it's not there. Most of us can't deal with our husband cheating with the lady across the street. You have stood in this thing so valiantly, with dignity and class. But don't act like you're not hurting when you are. Talk to your friends. Talk to your good
And that's the problem I
girlfriend.
have. I don't talk
Write it.
to
Write
anybody
it.
but myself.
Write it. Talk to yourself. You got you into this mess.
I know. Right.
You got you into this mess.
myself,
Don't
right?
be talking to you. And Miss Karrueche, without a test, you can't have a testimony. This is going to be your testimony.
Yeah.
And I think what people do know about you now is that you're a flesh and blood woman with a heart and soul. And like the rest of us, you made some mistakes. And you had the courage and tenacity to withstand the fallout publicly. And some of them, you understand, won't even tell their mother.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you so much.
So do you want to do movie, theater, TV? What you want to do?
Just trying to figure out, what exactly will be it for me.
Drama, comedy,
Yeah,
love.
maybe, hopefully everything. I'd
Yeah.
love to tap into all of it and, Thank you so much.
Anytime, hear me?
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thank you.
If it don't make sense to you,
Yeah.
call me.
I will.
And you got a good friend, so you don't have to waste money on therapy.